For non-involvement, just give no significance within involvement or non-involvement. Dissolving the present, unwinding, discarding the unwinding at the present. From not grasping for the non-grasping itself, this will not regret any state of mind, not regret all the maintaining and sinking in any state or any stuckness within states of mind or Dharma attainment within the mind. There will not be any delusion to dwell within any state of the mind. For everything, not grasping for the non-grasping itself, discard the discarding itself. The habit of the delusive attachment has been falling and holding on to everything will be dissolved accordingly. Dwelling within states of mind, that is the realm of existence. From not grasping for the non-grasping itself, it will discard the discarding itself. Continue onwards. Any state of mind, any conditions of the mind, not grasping for themselves. Just like the mind doesn't grasp for the mind itself, there is no grasping mind overlaying. For disengaging, no grasping overlaying the disengaging. That is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. No grasping on top. That which has nothing to do with engaging or disengaging. This will help unwind for everything automatically. From not grasping for the non-grasping itself, in this way, the disengaging will discard itself as well. Help through unwinding, discarding the unwinding. For non-involvement, just give no significance within involvement or non-involvement. For just the act of non-involvement, that is like blossoming and being stuck in the blossoming state. It's just unwinding, but it's not yet releasing the unwinding. No give significance within involvement or non-involvement instantly. That is discarding the unwinding. That is helping samsara through releasing and liberation. Go ahead accordingly. Disengaging, then give no significance within engaging or disengaging right away. That is the unwinding, discarding the unwinding. This is like purification for samsara without trace, which is purification of the emptiness. No significance within engaging or disengaging. No significance within involvement or non-involvement. This is the conclusion that is purifying itself. Terminologies or sentences cleanse themselves. They will not become samsara within terminologies, because there is ending right there. To be engrossed with just disengaging or non-involvement, that is samsara of practices. To use non-involvement, to not involve to this and that, there is no purification. Just give no significance within involvement or non-involvement. For disengaging, just give no significance within engaging or disengaging right away. Like this is even beyond brightening. walk in the way that make a conclusion that discarding the conclusion itself simultaneously with everything. This will become the mighty force of helping unwinding and releasing from samsara. This is not the system of stepping over and making it worse. There is no overlaying of the desire. To try to practice, that is the desire that is overlaying. That is samsara within the practice. The desire is the one that practices. There is no cleanses within itself. The practice has no purification in itself. It becomes samsara in the practice. Therefore, that which has nothing to do with engaging or disengaging gives ending. There is no circling. It is something that gives ending to help samsara. If you have a task, just go ahead, do it. If you have karmic difficulties, just pay back in the way that has nothing to do with engaging or disengaging, involving or not involving, in the way that has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go. This is not about aiming towards letting go or not letting go of anything. Let's not be engrossed with that. Let's proceed in the way that give no significance within letting go or not letting go with everything. If you have a task or a karmic difficulty to do, to pay back, you're going to have to do that. Tasks are also a karmic difficulty. Living the life as well is a kind of karmic payback, karmic difficulties, but you have to pay back in a way that give no significance to it, so that there is no delusion within living the life. Proceed in a way that there is no delusion within proceeding the life, in a way that give no significance within engaging or disengaging. Proceeding altogether without delusion in proceeding altogether. Nothing to do with engaging or disengaging at all times. This samsara. Help ends for samsara altogether. Help through unwinding, softening down for one another. Proceed simultaneously with everything. When not involved within the non-involvement itself simultaneously, it will be purification of the extinction simultaneously. Nothing to do with engaging or disengaging. This is purification of the extinction, helping end for samsara altogether. For samsara, it's just only giving ending to. Not just to live with samsara in the way of related through husband, wife, fathers, mothers, sons and daughters, or friends. That's not the way. Staying here to help end for samsara, not to become someone, not to become like siblings with samsara, husbands, wives, fathers or mothers with samsara. That's not it. Not to be friends with birth, old age, sickness and death with samsara. This is not to be friends together in birth, old age, sickness and death. To live here in this samsara is to help end for samsara, child. Therefore, don't make it worse. Don't mislead. Don't teach anyone. Don't step over anyone or anything. Help end only for samsara. Don't mislead. Don't teach. Don't add more. Don't top up. Don't lead to circle around. Nothing is within engaging or disengaging. Nothing to do with engaging or disengaging altogether. Don't mislead anyone to become someone. Don't teach anyone to become someone. That is circling. Let's end altogether. All that. The essence of cutting deluded knowing has been given daily here. So that it will be the great compassion helping ending for samsara altogether. This is not to be deludedly practicing in this way or that way. That is misleading by the desire to practice in this way and that way on and on. To become samsara in some ways on and on, misleading one another on and on in the samsara. No is not even know itself, child. Cleanse the wisdom right away, discard the wisdom right away, so that it will not circling within no like this, no like that. It becomes samsara is with the attempt to reject on and on. No is not even know itself. No significance within yes or no altogether. And in this way, it will not create restlessness all by itself. Proceed with everything. That which has nothing to do with disengaging has to be a lot and fully, so that there is no restlessness within looking and seeing at all. Nothing to do with engaging or disengaging with everything. Think of it. Otherwise, you're gonna be just dull. The desire is not something that is simple. Just disengage with everything. Not involved with engaging or disengaging. Nothing is about involvement or non-involvement. This will be beyond simplicity because there are no traces here. Simplicity is like a bondage. It's fixated to itself. Therefore, it's not simple within the simplicity. Simplicity doesn't exist, really. Whatever is suffering and difficult, even simplicity itself is suffering within itself as well. It's the complication and difficulties in itself. Everything has nothing to do with fixation or non-fixation, attachment or non-attachment. That which has nothing to do with engaging or disengaging. That which has nothing to do with setting up or not, being obliged or not. then it will end all the binding with anything automatically. Non-fixation will happen automatically. There will be no fixation automatically with easiness or difficulties. No significance will be within easiness or difficulties. Listen well, huh?